It's me again. It's about time I made a new video blog, right? Been slacking on my stuff, but don't worry. You're gonna get sick of me soon. This one I want to talk about why I think it's important for everyone to attend therapy, not just someone like me who struggles with anxiety and depression, but everyone, because life is hard, right? I mean, let's face it. And we struggle with parenthood and work and finances and all of that stuff. So it's important to have someone that you can be open and honest with that will give you their professional opinion on how to handle stress on a day-to-day. I know that a lot of people, especially our people, we are very hesitant to open up to anyone new, especially a professional. You know what we say, us Hispanics, we're just like, yo no estoy loca. No, not me. Everyone else is, but not you, right? And we don't tend to realize that there are certain things that affect us, but we don't know how to deal with it. I just want you to remember that it's okay to seek help. It's not, you're not crazy. Don't label yourself as that. But it shows that you want to grow when you want to seek and go outside of your comfort to seek help in managing whatever you're going through, whether it's a temporary thing like a breakup or I don't know, a financial difficulty, to get through that time of your life, but also on a day-to-day basis. Work gets overwhelming, stress gets overwhelming, so it's important to have that outlet ever so often. A lot of people are hesitant to seek out help because they just don't know where to start. For me, it was a simple Google search, and when I met with my first therapist, it was a great match, that she understood me well. And when I first went, I was about 21 years old. But I don't think I went consistently enough. When I bonded with the therapist, I went about 6 or 7 times, and then she said she was leaving the practice. So that was kind of like, damn, I opened myself up to someone just for her to leave. So I can see why some people are hesitant to put themselves out there, and then something like that happens. So even, with myself, after that happened, I didn't go back to therapy for another 6-7 years. And still all those years dealing with unresolved issues that I should have dealt with when I first started, right? So then the other thing was finding a good match, a good office. I Googled, again, my second time around, I Googled psychiatry specialists in my area, and I visited one spot which seemed like it was family oriented. So I gave it a shot. I met with a therapist. She told me that I may not have the same one on a consistent basis, that there's so many of them that I may be seeing different people. And I was like, this is not going to work for me. Like, I need somebody to be one-on-one with me every time. And then just like, I didn't get the feel that I wanted from it. So I knew from when I visited that wasn't going to be the place for me. So I did end up switching and tried another one. I know a lot of people try to look for someone that they feel they can identify with. That was something that I was keeping in mind as well. Because you want somebody with some background knowledge of what your experience has been, but also I don't want you to close yourself off to the point where it renders you powerless and you feel like you don't even want to try it out because you're scared of who you're going to be meeting with. I think you need to put yourself out there and give it a shot. And the whole experience is really like a trial and error thing, because the first couple of times there may not be a good match between you and your therapist, but the point is to keep trying. If you're really passionate about working on a part of yourself, it's important to do your due diligence for you to get there and find that right match. And what I've noticed is healthcare professionals, they're very well trained these days. I think they're capable of dealing with a lot of different issues, from childhood trauma to sexual abuse to all of that stuff. Another tidbit is that my fiance and I have both gone to therapy this year, and it has changed our relationship for the better, like immensely. It's like we both went separately and we saw much more progress in our relationship than we did when we went to like couples counseling together. So that's a huge thing. It's like we each took our time to figure ourselves out, and our therapist pointed things out individually in each of us that we should work with. A few things that I've learned about myself, ready, through therapy, is that what has been pointed out to me through my process is that I tend to be a perfectionist sometimes, and that comes from like insecurities from my past and wanting to control everything, making sure everything's straight because I'm not comfortable with chaos. So I like to be, have this in order and that in order, and I understand that about myself. And then I share that with my fiance, and now he understands that if I want everything perfect, he can either say, you know what, Lauren, like this is not really a big deal, or he can say, okay, I understand that you want this way, and so what can I do to help, type thing. Another thing is that I have learned to gain better self-control when it comes to taking an input, personal input or negative input about myself in areas that I need to do a little more work on. So instead of reacting to the input that I'm getting right away, I take my time now to listen, and I don't react right away. I take my time to even process that information if I am feeling some type before I speak up and say, well, okay, this is what I think, and all of that jazz. So really, I just want you guys to take away from this video that I know it's daunting to change yourselves and everything that you're used to, your behaviors, but your children and your future will be all worth it when you take the time to figure out whatever little things tick you off and your little quirks. And it's not a negative thing to try to get help to understand yourself and those little things that make you you. There's nothing wrong with it. The best thing is to be aware of yourself and all your positives and all of your negatives, so that you know how to navigate through life in a positive way, whether it's at work, at school, at home, with your extended family members, with your children, siblings, you name it. It really just helps you to communicate in a positive and healthy way. And, more love to go around, that's all. So, get out there, get brave about your self-care, your mental. Get with it, y'all. It's time. Let's do this. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, also, I'm going to be posting a link that I found useful when looking for therapists in my area. So I'll share all that good stuff with you guys on the caption. Comment, like, and share. Love you guys. Bye.